I feel more comfortable when I am not being looked at, when I'm the observer and not the one to be observed.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so what's your situation?
I still live in Zwolle. I did not move back to my parents. I spent my time doing nothing and working on school projects and hanging out with two of my classmates who also still live in Zwolle.
I'm 21 years old and I live in Frankfurt am Main in Germany, which is quite a big city. And I moved there to do an apprenticeship for 3 years. I'm now almost done with my apprenticeship, with my study. I only have my oral exam in 4 weeks, and when I pass that, I'm officially done with it. And yeah.
My age is 48. I'm becoming 49 this year. I'm a registered nurse. I work in the mental health service. So I visit people at home where they can follow treatment.
I don't work. I quit recently and I was looking for a new job, but then Corona happened. I'm waiting until it's over or until I have motivation to find a job. I go to the park a lot these days.
Okay, so if you walk in the park or on the streets in Zwolle, do you notice anything different?
Well, at the beginning, I noticed that it was very calm. People stayed inside a lot, but now it's like it's back to normal. Everyone's out and about again, and mostly it's very busy still.
Yeah, I had the feeling that I saw a lot more kids outside than I would normally see. Especially, I saw a lot of young families in the parks outside. I sometimes had the feeling it was more crowded than it normally was. When I was shopping and stuff like that, people would yell at each other or just be angry. It was really weird.
I think I needed to be more outside. It went very fast. We called and we called and we called, and I forgot to go out, or I forgot to go to eat or to do the other things. Normally we are driving from patient to patient, and then you have a little time for yourself. And now we could constantly call people to check if they're okay. So there was not much time for the timeouts.
Have you learned anything new about yourself or did you have any new experiences because of the pandemic?
I mean, I learned that I can get used to new situations quite quickly. If I knew what this would be like beforehand, I think I would panic or something. It's not as bad as I thought it would be.
And why is that?
Because, well, it's not that different. I mean, we as people can adapt very quickly to new situations. There are some things that are not nice, but I mean, you get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
It showed me in a positive way that I can also be with myself. For a long time, well, I obviously felt sometimes very alone, but in general it was okay, and I know from other people that absolutely freaked out when they were alone. I don't think it really had a positive effect. I'd rather would have not have that.
Well, there are people who wouldn't call us right now if there wasn't such a pressure before Corona. So during this virus, they're okay. The pressure from outside did go away because you don't have to go anywhere if you don't want to. So it's a calm time for them.
And for you? Is there anything positive about this for you?
No,
No?
no.
I like that people are keeping their distance a lot. I like it a lot because I can have my own space, and because of the rules, I get to keep my own space at any time. And I also really, really enjoy the trains because I always get to sit alone. People are not even allowed to sit next to me. Yeah,
And why do you like that?
Well, because I don't like people coming close to me when I don't know them or out of the blue or something.
Why not?
That's a good question. Because it makes me aware of how I look and how I might smell. It makes me feel that people are noticing me. And now people are trying to avoid each other, so I don't get noticed quite as often.
If you had to describe the way you're feeling about the pandemic in one word, what would it be?
Solitude.
Terrible.
Uncertain or irritated?
Why that word?
Well, irritated because it's annoying to have to change when you really have to change. And sometimes I think it's annoying because I think, well, what is humanity worth? But then I think, yes, but I don't want my friends to die.
Because I think you can interpret solitude as something where you're alone in a sad way, that you're lonely, but also that you are with yourself as a person and you have to deal with yourself. And I was confronted with that a lot of times, that sometimes it was very lonely and sometimes it was good to be alone in both ways.
We can't imagine how it is to die so lonely in that situation. I think that's terrible.
I'm very uncertain about the future and I really, really like to know what comes next. I don't know when we'll get a vaccine. I don't know when I can go back to school. Maybe this isn't the last time something like this will happen in my life. So I don't know how prepared I should be for another pandemic in the future. Maybe in 10 years or something, or sooner.
Do you have anything else to say about the situation, or do you have anything you want to share?
No.
No?
Stay safe.
Yes, I get really annoyed by how obnoxiously sweet everyone is. Everybody is like, oh, take care of each other, and we have to make sure everyone's all right, and blah, 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 blah. But they're all just trying to let everyone know how caring they are for their own image, not
So-
because they really care. Well, not everyone is like that, but I see that a lot right now.
In the first weeks, it was very weird. You felt like it was a really unreal situation. But really, you get used to it. Like, you get used to everything.